Hello, baby yum yummers. I am Rianette Leibowitz, managing editor at this fantastic publication. And thank you so much for joining us today. Today, I am joined by the formidable Kath Megaw, who is a clinical pediatric dietitian and founder of Nutripaeds. Now, Kath is no stranger to BabyYumYum and our family because Kath has been part of the BabyYumYum.com experts team for a very long time. So you must have read her articles or seen her taking part in one of the webinars and so much more. Kath is outspoken about the importance of preparing for pregnancy. And today we're going to put the spotlight not only on what to do while you're pregnant and afterwards, but also in the preparation phase. So Kath, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited for this chat.
Me too. And I know I'm going to learn a lot from you, and I'm sure our BabyYumYum community will too. And just so that we all know, where are you joining us from today?
I'm from Cape Town and we've got gorgeous weather. It's like a perfect summer day in Cape Town.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you for making me even more jealous sitting here in Johannesburg. We are melting away at the moment on this side, but thanks to some thunderstorms, we get there. So, Kath, let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about 3 pillars of the pregnancy journey. The first part is going to be about preparing for pregnancy, then while you are pregnant, and on that fascinating, a bit scary, and the journey that really has so many thousands of questions. And then afterwards, after the birth, what do you do to keep yourself healthy? After giving birth, a mother's nutritional needs evolve yet again. And what are the key nutrients women should focus on during that time after birth?
So obviously, you're repairing from the birth and recovering from the birth. So you're repairing your cells, your blood cells. So you want to replace your iron. Women lose a lot of iron post-birth and during the birth. And then if you breastfeed in, there's obviously added demands on your body. But if you weren't able to breastfeed, you still have to replenish your body and you still are going to need to have energy. So very similar to the ones we spoke about, proteins, good energy, good grains, good seasonal fruits and veggies, and then just make sure that you are getting some good fats as well. It's also really important because the nice thing with fats post-delivery is that they can offer not necessarily quick, but very sustainable source of energy.
Okay.
Which is really helpful because you obviously you don't have time to eat this massive meal. But if you make yourself, say, for example, a whole grain sandwich, put on some fat, like with avo, and maybe some avo and a bit of chicken, and then at least that will sustain you for a few hours.
Yeah.
Because you're busy with your baby and you breastfeeding and that sort of thing. And then if you're breastfeeding, remember your liquid intake. So important. But if you're not breastfeeding, also remember your liquid intake because you also need to increase your blood volume. Which will slowly have, you would have lost a lot post-birth. So just to also nourish yourself, so important.
And I like the suggestion you made of the sandwich because it can't get cold because I remember, oh man, you learn to love cold tea because hot food
never finish it.
It doesn't always work that way, right? Okay. How important are supplements like Prega Mega Plus in the post-pregnancy phase, and especially for breastfeeding mothers?
So I am very much an advocate of continuing your pregnancy supplement post-delivery, whether you are breastfeeding or not. And that is because you need to look after your body now. And so even if you're not breastfeeding, you've got to repair kind of the everything that you went through. You got to kind of restock all the nutrients that you lost during the pregnancy journey and the birth. That's a big deal.
Yes.
And I normally suggest to my moms who are not breastfeeding that they continue their pregnancy supplement for 9 months post-delivery. So just to replenish your body for equal amounts of time that you were pregnant. And then for the moms who are breastfeeding, obviously they're going to continue it for as long as they are breastfeeding. and then for another 9 months after that, again, to replenish their bodies. Because a lot of moms will go into another pregnancy, but they actually haven't replenished what they lost in their previous pregnancies. And I've seen a lot of moms who do breastfeed, they're pregnant, then they breastfeed, then they literally stop breastfeeding, and a month or two later they're pregnant again, which is all fine and well, but are you replenishing your body? So if you are taking a supplement like Preg Omega ongoing through this journey, then if you do fall pregnant quite soon after stopping breastfeeding, you've got it on board for you, which I think is the best that you can do for your body and the next baby if you are planning another baby. Otherwise, if you're not, then just for your body, which is important.
Yeah, so it's only positives to keep on doing. And I mean,
absolutely,
whether pregnant or not, we should be thinking about our nutrients and so forth in any case. So I'm really glad that you mentioned that. And what are the top tips for new mums trying to regain their energy levels and adapt to the new routine through nutrition?
It's making sure again that you're eating frequently, and plan. So now you've got a baby in the mix of this. So you might be on maternity leave, so you don't have to navigate your work at this point, but you have to navigate your day. Like you say, you could end up at 5 o'clock still with your pajamas on and cold tea and a whole lot of mugs around the house.
Yes.
And so often having little bits like nutrition, like your little fat bombs or instant nutrition, is often quite helpful. And that might be, your nuts and your seeds, your fruit. Those offer good sources that are quick and easy ways, and maybe scatter it around the house, have a few little nut jars around the house. Obviously, if you've got a toddler, that's maybe not the best idea, but if you don't, and it's your first baby, then just make them accessible. And then if you're breastfeeding, what I always say to moms is always think when you feed the baby, I must eat. So once you've fed your baby, then have a proper snack in your mouth as well, and have a glass of water so that you are ready kind of for the next round as you get going. So that is really, really important. Planning and making easy, accessible snacks and foods around the house.
That is
and take help. Take help. People say,
yes,
I want to cook you a meal. Say, yes, please. Don't say, no, it's okay. I can do it. So,
there's no reason why you should struggle.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Kath, because sometimes we really feel like, oh man, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's, I'll make a quick meal, but it actually does help so much. And you don't really know what to expect, because every baby is different. And I mean, people want to help and support you. And speaking of that, I mean, there are many people who argue that pregnancy supplements are unnecessary with a balanced diet. So yes, you're getting enough food, you're back on track, you're running, you're doing your exercise. But what's your take on this?
I think the important thing, which we've been speaking about all along from the beginning, is to really just remember that there's an extra demand that's been put on our bodies now. And the chance that you are going to meet those requirements just with food is highly unlikely. And the nice thing is that this gives you also peace of mind that when you miss out on that nutrient or that nutrient, the gaps are filled, which is so important. And there's a lot of research being done on parents who perceived they were eating a healthy, balanced diet, who are still lacking in nutrients based on the demand post-pregnancy, during pregnancy, during breastfeeding, that there was always a deficit, which has led us to really push the pregnancy supplementation.
That makes 100% sense. And considering, like we just said, the mayhem sometimes, and you get visitors, and life is just busy. And especially if there are other little ones running around needing your attention, then you look after them before ourselves, right? So thank you so much for that, Kath. I think it was really practical advice, and it's doable, which for me is always encouraging. If something sounds doable and easy to manage, considering all the other amazing things that happens around pregnancy, then we can be more open to it. Kath, is there anything else that you want to end off with, and as an encouraging message maybe to our BabyYumYum community?
Well, I think the most important thing of all this is to enjoy the journey. And not every day is going to be a perfect food day, but do your best, be mindful of it. But also remember that nurturing yourself and looking after you will help you look after your baby. So don't forget about you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kath. We really appreciate it. Thanks again for teaching us, for empowering us, and for sharing the love that you have for the work that you do. And may you continue to just be this amazing, amazing force who, on a daily basis, like we were discussing before the recording started, like your little baby patients, that you continue to do amazing work. So thank you very, very much. And thank you for watching, BabyYumYum community. We are thankful for you. All of this is for you. So check out Kath's articles and everything else that we've got on our website at www.babyyumyum.com. See you again soon.